Hey guys, now in today's video, we're going to talk about home theater entertainment. And you guys know we are fans of having the best home theater experience, stepping things up and enjoying movies to the fullest degree, even in your home, and doing it with affordable solutions. And today we're taking a look at the Hisense PL1, which is an ultra short throw projector that no matter how large your room is, you'll be able to get theater quality type experiences, especially with Dolby Vision. And I have to tell you, once you see movies in Dolby Vision, the highest possible quality you can, you have never seen a movie before like this, and you'll want to see more. And you'll want to watch all your favorite episodes or shows that support Dolby Vision over and over and over again. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the Hisense PL1. We're going to go over the specs. We're going to see it in action. You're going to see some video footage, how it performs, and why this, despite, again, having a small room, you'll be able to get an amazing 80 to 120-inch viewing experience. Let's go and check it out. Now, as we mentioned, this is the Hisense PL1, which is a compact, ultra short throw projector. And when I say compact, this thing, the footprint is really small. It's smaller than most of the projectors that I've seen on the market, but it packs a lot of power and flexibility. This is an ultra short throw projector, which means it only needs a couple inches from the wall to give you a magnificent 120-inch screen, or as small as 80-inch screen, and that's spectacular. It's using X-Fusion laser light source, and it has 1.07 billion colors, and it has 85% DCPI P3 certification, which means it's going to give you, again, fantastic, amazing image reproduction. It has a color filter. It has a blue laser phosphor color filter, which is going to, again, give you, the best experience that you can possibly get. Now, it also is bright. We're talking 2,200 ANSI lumens and an amazing contrast ratio. So that means that you're going to have those dark scenes are still going to be dark, but with detail, right? Things are going to stand out. You're not going to just see like a dark blur, or it's just going to be completely black, and you won't be able to see any kind of the detail that's intended to be seen in the background. So the contrast ratios are really great. And then also the black levels, just the overall experience, you're going to find that it will be fantastic as well. Now, you can have anywhere between 80 and 120 inch, and actually in our test, it's going to be 120 inch, and you'll be able to see how great this screen is. It has a 25,000 hour lifespan for the laser. That's more than a lifetime for us when it comes to movie watching. Now, one of the things that I like about the solution also is that it's a theater in a box. You're talking Google TV. Google TV is there. And that means that you don't need any streaming sticks. You need nothing. Everything that you need is you just plug it in, connect it to the internet, and you'll be able to stream Netflix, which is really important. You'll be able to stream all the different channels that you have, either Disney, Amazon. All of them are going to be present in this unit, so you don't have to get anything extra. Now, for me, one of the things that sets this apart, and I've seen this in many of the projectors coming in 2023, and Hisense just does a spectacular job with this, is Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So you're going to get Dolby Vision is giving you, I would say, an increased level of detail when you're watching a movie. And Noel and I, when we watch any show on a Dolby Vision device like this, you just want to go back and watch the movie again. It's like you focus less on the plot and you focus more on the detail, on the imagery and what's going on. And in many cases, we're like, wow, we didn't even notice that was there, or we didn't notice that this was there. So Dolby Vision, it's going to be great, and you'll be able to see things unlike you've ever saw before. Now, it also has great sound. So as you look at this, if you're looking to invest and grow, let's say your home theater, and you want to start just with this is literally going to have a sound solution that is going to be loud enough for your home, especially with Dolby Atmos. So because it has this, you're going to have great audio, and it's expandable, so you can expand to, let's say, a sound bar and other sound systems if you want. So 30-watt speaker, has 2 HDMI, and it also has eARC. It also has motion improvement, so you don't have to worry about fast-moving things or blur. It also has a great version of Bluetooth 5 and above. So you basically have something that's going to be future-proof, and it's also going to give you the ability to expand to add more things. So if you're thinking about, let's say, for example, having your PlayStation, your Xbox connected to it, you'll be able to do it because it does have auto recognition. It also has the switching technology that's going to allow you to, as you're playing games, get the best gaming experience based on the device that you have connected. It also then has its smart device. So it has a lot of smart connectivity. So if you have some of those higher end intelligent home automation systems that you want to connect to this, you could do this as well. So enough said about the specs. Let's take a look at it, see it in action, and you'll see why I'm so excited about this projector. Amazing, amazing image, day or night. But in order to do this, in order to have this kind of experience that you see here, you need to make sure that you have the right screen. So you can start out with a wall, but I highly recommend that you get a screen, an ALR screen, which is a ambient light rejection screen. It's going to change everything for you. So let's go and check it out. Now the Hisense PL1 has a really, really small form factor. This is a tiny projector, but still is able to achieve images anywhere from 80 to 120 inches. And a couple things I wanted to highlight, first of all, is the aesthetics. Nice design, makes it really fit in as any other home theater appliance, or any appliance for that matter. And it doesn't really stand out. This is something that when folks see this, they don't realize that it's a projector. Some people may not even see it because they may think it's just a sound bar. But again, it does have the sound bar in the front, and then also has a really small footprint. All right, now the next thing I wanted to highlight is how close the projector is from the wall. So we're looking around, in this case, around 17 inches, a little bit over 17 inches. We'll pan over so you can see how we're measuring this. So we have our wall right there. And then this is the end of the projector, is around 17 inches. It looks like it's 18, but it's actually 17. So that's pretty close to get 120-inch image. Now, the other thing that you notice on the side is that you do have some adjustment legs, and you have some nice venting. This is a very, very quiet projector. You're not going to be able to hear it. It's no different than white noise that you would hear in your home. And what we'll do is we'll put a little sound meter right next to it so that you can see what I'm talking about. But this thing is ultra quiet. Now, keep in mind that in my home, there's like central air going. So there's going to be an amount of white noise in the home. But I'm going to stay quiet so you can see how much is being generated by the fan. That's quiet. Now, the other thing I'll highlight is the projector. When you do turn on the projector does have a very light LED in the front. You can see that right there. It isn't really loud, doesn't distract from watching TV or any kind of movies. Now, here on the left side, you'll see all your connectivity options, which include the HDMI ports, USB-A, audio out, HDMI, as well as power. Several options for you to expand on this platform. Really, really convenient. The projector does have one additional USB-A port on the side as well. And you'll notice on the left side, right there, you have your power button. Now, one area that really makes the Hisense line stand out is its ability to support Dolby Vision. And I'll tell you, once you see TV with Dolby Vision, there is no seeing TV again. This is as if you went to an IMAX theater and saw it for the very first time. Now, what's so amazing about this projector, and then also the fact that this is combined with Dolby Vision, is that regardless of the angle that you're at, you're going to get a fantastic, amazing video experience. I'm going to make sure that this is in focus for you guys. And watch, this is how far my hand is. So here's the camera, and this is how far I am from the screen in this extreme angle. And the overall quality of the experience does not change. It remains as vivid, as crisp. The colors just pop, the darks, the shadows, the blacks, everything here is present. Now, as we look at the projector itself, so I'm set up at a 120-inch ALR screen. The projector is no more than a few inches from the wall. Obviously, you can see that I am in a pretty dark environment, so lights are off. But with the ALR screen, I'm going to be able to see this even during the day. And you saw the daylight shots as well. Now, not only did this projector support Dolby Vision, but it also supports audio as well. In addition to that, it has Netflix capabilities. And that's something that you don't want to underestimate, because I found many projectors that we review will not support, again, in Netflix. Now, we'll go into some of the menu settings so that you can see some of the options that you have here. This is running, again, Android TV. It's going to give you full 100% streaming capabilities to get all the content that you'd like. And you can see this is a very familiar interface. You basically have live channels that are for free. You have apps that you can download, including all the popular apps that you would use, and you can see them listed there with Netflix included. Now, as soon as you go into the settings area, you'll see a very modern interface when it comes to, the TV version of Android. You can see here that you can go into screensaver, modify your inputs, make changes to your picture settings, Wi-Fi, accessibility. You'll notice that it has options to support Apple AirPlay, right, and HomeKit. So that's something that's really important. So there's a lot of connectivity that you can get with this projector. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the settings that you can change. So some of the things that you can work with is the laser luminance. You can also change the actual picture mode and go from a vivid to standard, energy saving, sports, theater, theater night. And each one of these different modes is going to change your viewing experience slightly. So let's say, for example, I go to theater night. It made a slight change. It may not be that much perceived in the actual video itself, but it made a slight change in the overall video, look and feel. I prefer, and I typically watch everything in the vivid mode. The luminance, you can go ahead and modify that if you'd like. I'm leaving everything pretty much standard. Now, in your Android settings, I find that there's a lot of things that are nicely cleaned up here and tucked away. So first of all, you can change or add a device name. You can go and set your inputs, your display and sound, and we'll go in this area because this is the area that you'll probably spend the most time. You can work with your picture, which we just saw in a couple seconds. We'll go back here. You can also work on screen, and when you look at the screen, you're going to be able to define your picture size and if there's any overscan needed. As we go here again, you'll also notice that you have your laser screen settings, and you'll notice I'm using a high gain ALR screen too as of my setting choices. You can do automatic geometric correction, which means that the screen itself will adjust automatically based on the projector position. I've actually done mine manual, and I'll show you why. Based on the height of my cabinet and the distance that I have, I'm not going to get it 100% aligned as I would like. So this is my setup. On the very bottom, you'll notice that there's a thicker black frame, and that's because of the height of my cabinet. I need to get a lower cabinet that would allow me to get the image a little bit lower. So if I go into the geometric correction, you'll notice that this is the correction that you have, where you can move each one of these dots to set it up as you'd like. Now, at the very bottom, I have about an inch that is not covered by the screen or by the projector because I would have to lower the projector a little bit lower for it to work. You also then have focus adjustment, right? So you can set up what the focus looks like. You have eye protection. I've disabled that. We don't have any small children, and if I get too close to it, not that I'm looking into the light, but if I'm walking by it, it does turn off. I'd recommend if you have children or you're new to lasers, definitely keep this on because it is a laser. Now, the cool thing about this projector also is that you'll be able to update the firmware and the software over the air. Now, for those of you who are curious about the version of Android TV, we are running Android TV 11, and also it is currently updated and patched. Now, one other thing I wanted to highlight is that under advanced settings, you do have some really neat modes that you can work with, or options you have. So first of all, you can have Amazon Alexa enabled, but then as you look at down here in the bottom, you also have Control 4 abilities, and this is going to be for home automation. So you'll be able to make this part of your home automation solution if that's something that you chose. Now, what you see playing here is one of our standard test videos, and really what I'm looking for here is how well do the blacks, the shadows, and the colors actually get represented throughout the videos. I switch from night scenes to day scenes, really into photos that have high saturation like this one does, where you have a lot of color, just to see overall how does the projector perform. This projector, given its Dolby Vision capabilities and also the fact that this is a 4K projector, is doing extremely, extremely well. You can see how vivid the content is. You can see how, again, the shadows, the blacks, the whites, the oranges, every single color that is being represented throughout this experience is extremely well represented. Great detail. It's in focus. It is just a great TV. Now, and again, I'm using the term laser TV because it is a laser TV. Now, in this case, you can see, again, some dark settings. We're going to move to some more colorful settings, some day shots so that you can see some more of the detail. And let's go ahead and switch. I always like looking at veggies, but we're going to skip the veggies today. And we're going to look at some fall weather and look at some of the leaves. Look at how those leaves look. All right, so this is the stuff that I'm looking for. I'm looking for colors that pop, colors that make watching TV highly enjoyable. And this is the kind of projector that once you get it going, you're going to want to watch TV again, right? You're just going to watch those shows. You may even go through shows that you've seen in the past, and you just want to see how it looks like here, because you can see how vivid this is. And Nil and I are coffee drinkers, so we always put in a coffee shot, and that's just a little thing for us, but you can see, again, the detail that you see there. We're going to go in a little bit further, and I just want to show you, again, this picture here of this duck, and you can see, again, how vivid and how crisp these colors are. Definitely a top performer. And forget about talking about black levels, and you can see this wine being poured, or this liquor being poured out of this canteen. It is, again, just great. Now, for those of you who are curious about what the audio is going to sound like, this thing gets loud. Check this out. Doesn't mean I don't need you. That's only 50%. I fell in love with the colors. They kind of tell me what I'm thinking. That's only 50%. If you want to hear what the bass sounds like, it's going to switch to a bass track right now. Check this out. And the bass. So this thing, for movies, for listening to music, if you're looking for something that's going to have some rumble in it, it's gonna growl. It is also upgradable given all the ports that it has, where you can actually connect it to a home theater system. We actually have a home theater system as well. It's not connected. That audio, you heard how loud that was coming from that small projector. Guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.